This episode of The Young Turks is brought to you by Thrillist.
President Obama gave a press conference trying to explain why he caved in on the tax cuts. To give you a little refresher on how big that cave-in was, in return for giving 2 more years of tax cuts for the rich, he got only 13 months of unemployment insurance extension. He says that's fantastic, and there's hardly been extensions that long, except Ronald Reagan, during a recession, extended unemployment benefits for significantly longer, over 20 months. And that was Reagan, a Republican, that had done it, okay? Now, the 99 weeks that unemployment can get extended for is longer today than it was back then, but as far as how many times they extended it, they did more so under Reagan. So that gives you some perspective. He's bragging about it. I'm not sure it's much to brag about. And the other major concessions that he theoretically got was more tax cuts. And he says, well, you don't understand. This will bring down what you pay, your payroll tax, not what employers pay, but what employees get. Instead of being charged 6.2% payroll tax, you'll get 4.2%. And that can get you anywhere from $800 to $1,400, depending on what your income is. And that'll be money in your pocket, and that will help to stimulate the economy. Fantastic. I'm not sure I agree because I'm actually a deficit hawk. I don't want to add to the deficit. But I can see the case being made for that. Do you have any idea how easy that would have been to get passed without any compromise, without any negotiations? It's a frickin' tax cut. The Republicans, of course, would have said yes. Okay, the other thing you got was another tax cut for businesses to write off their old equipment right away so they can save on taxes. Here's how quickly the Republicans would have signed on to that immediately. Even if they didn't, so what? You say you're for tax cuts and the Republicans are against it until they will bend. I mean, look, the things that you got are absurd. I mean, he's bragging about it. It's painful to watch. It's like the Cowboys and the Giants are playing. Here, we'll have a fun, absurd analogy for you. And the Cowboys are bragging, hey, yeah, I gave up the touchdown to the Giants. But on the other hand, I also gave them a field goal. That means you're down 10-0, big guy. I hate to break it to you, but you might not understand the rules here, right? So what are we left with? Not much. Not much, okay? And so, of course, there's open revolt here. And by the way, and here's 2 other fun facts. I neglected to mention this yesterday. No DREAM Act. Okay, we knew that, right? Like, he could have, if you were a tough negotiator, maybe you could have gotten the DREAM Act along with all of this stuff for, immigrants that are going into the military or college to be able to get a pathway to citizenship. No way, right? Don't ask, don't tell. No way, right? So maybe, again, with the military behind you, with some notable Republicans behind you, maybe you could have included that in the negotiations. Of course not. But I didn't expect those 2 because I know what we're dealing with here. No chance. Do you know that Obama didn't even get the START treaty? I thought the START treaty was part of all this to begin with. And it turns out, nope, not part of it. And here's the fact number 2, which you are going to love. The Republicans are still holding the hostages. Now, remember that the Republicans said, hey, we're going to filibuster everything, and you're not going to get votes on any of those things that I just mentioned until we do the taxes first. So Obama goes, okay, great, deal. Let's taxes. You get everything you want. Now they release the hostages. Let's vote on the other bills. Let's at least get a vote on them. Republicans say, nope. What happened? Mitch McConnell says, oh, no, we meant you got to do the tax cuts, and then we got to do other budgetary maneuvers, and then if we have time after we pass a budget or we don't pass a budget, if there's any time left in the lame duck session, then maybe we will allow Harry Reid to bring those to a vote, but probably we will run out of time. They didn't. So other than the unemployment insurance, bupkis across the board, and an immediate repudiation of what we thought the Republicans were agreeing to. Is anybody surprised? We're definitely not surprised. But who knows? Maybe Obama's sitting in the White House going, golly gee willikers, I thought they were going to let go of the hostages. I thought we were going to get votes. No, Mr. President, you're not going to get votes. You're down 10-0. Okay? I'm going to keep it calm here. You're not going to get much. Let's put it that way. The worst negotiations I have seen in a long, long time.
Thrillist gives you great suggestions for where to go when you're looking to have a little fun.
Best new bars, restaurants, events, services, anything that you're looking for, Thrillist has it. You sign up through Thrillist.com/TYT.
Go to Thrillist because it's the illest.
Think about it. That was good. That was good. That was good. You are the world's largest dork.